Okay, we're here today to start selection with Rosie and Red Ryder's litter. They have 6 babies. This is Rosie's first time being a mama. Very long awaited. 3 boys, 3 girls. We're going to start with the girls today. The 3 girls are, within just like 3 ounces of each other. So they're very close in size. What is it, Rosie? Am I making you nervous? Very close in size, but this girl is the smallest, and I call her the darkest in color. She really is the same color as the second girl I'm going to show you, but she has less white markings on her. So here she is, a little bit of white on the feet, a little bit of white on the head, just a kiss of white there on her nose. Other than that, she's red. So she also has a kind of throat, chest there, some white too. So she is I would definitely call her, and most of the puppies in this litter are true reds. We do have a buff girl and some that might cross over into apricot, but anyway, so this is girl number 1. Well, actually, I don't know that it correlates with the numbers I give them. This is the darkest girl with the least white. Get her moving around a little. This litter really is a whole, and from not knowing, Rosie's puppies beforehand, since this is her first litter, I've been really happy with what they've shown as far as personality so far, even though there's very little apparent at this age. But just a really good mix of snuggly, ready to calm down, and also seeking out to be with people and getting up and moving around. So I think they're just going to be a really nice cross in this litter. So there she is. Okay, I'll grab the next one. Okay, here's the next girl. Just a hair bigger than the last one in weight. No noticeable difference. You have to weigh them to know. Like I said, just a couple ounces between all 3 of them. But so she is about the same shade of red, about the same everything. She has white in all the same spots as the first girl I showed you, but she has extra everywhere. so her feet are just dipped a little bit further. As you can see, her chest has more, her nose has more, and her head has more. So she'd be like a red tuxedo is probably what you would call most of the puppies in this litter. So she's red with just real pretty white marks on her. Very, very nice puppies in this litter. I'll show you her for just a second here. You can see right there her little tiny dip on her tail. Most of the puppies have that. I don't think it's going to be enough to ever be noticeable once their hair gets long, but it is cute. So, okay, I'll be back with the third, the slightly largest, and the lightest puppy in color in the litter. And here she is, female number 3. Just barely the biggest of the 3 girls, and really by far the lightest in the litter. You can tell she still has enough color to her buff to call her a buff and not a cream. Sorry. You can still clearly see where her white starts and stops. Really, she has white in the same spots, but she is definitely a buff in color. And not apricot red like the rest of the litter. We caught her moving around. They're all gonna certainly be expected to have that nice loose curl wave F1 reliable coat. People tell you F1s are not reliable. That's something that only multi-gen breeders say. F1 is the most reliable cross. We have never had a puppy come out looking like a Cocker Spaniel or a Poodle. They are all have that signature look of the Cockapoo. So here, let's turn around. We'll get your face one more time, girl. There we go. All right. We'll start with the boys. Okay, here's the first, and again, slightly the smallest of the boys. But I'm telling you, this entire litter ranges from 2.25 to 2.55 pounds. So they're very close across the entire litter. But he is slightly the smallest of the boys. He's got a cool little stripe down his back and back of his neck there. Good white on all of his paws. He's a pretty laid back guy. Oh yeah, he's gonna go to sleep right there. All the boys would be apricot to red tuxedos. He is slightly the darkest. I don't know if I said that yet or not. Slightly the darkest in the tone of his color of the three boys. So there he is. One of Hazel's puppies is trying to bark in there. I don't know if that will show up or if you'll be able to hear it. They're really starting to play. Okay, so there's male one. I'll be back with the next one. Here's the second of the three boys. They're pretty, you can tell, pretty similar in the way they look. He is a little lighter in color. I would probably, if he was in a buff litter, I'd call him a red by comparison. But in this litter, I would probably call him an apricot. He's a hair lighter than the boy I just showed you. And just about the same as the next boy I'm going to show you. The three darkest are those first two girls and then the first boy. And then, like I said, by far the lightest in color is that third girl. And this boy and the next one I'm going to show you would make up the middle there. So, again, real nice white marks. Just real nice personalities across all these puppies. You curious about what this is? You're really watching, aren't you? So there he is, male, the second male I'm showing you today. And I will, how can I do this? I'll switch things around to number their pictures on the page where we mark whose puppy is whose to match what this video is today. I hope that doesn't totally confuse everybody. Found a place for your chin to rest back there? Alright. You can hear Hazel's puppies in the background. They're getting funny. And we'll have a picture of them coming up here soon. Video, I mean. Okay, I'll be back with the last boy. And last but not least, we have the third male, slightly the largest. He is a little lighter in color, like I said, than that first male I showed you. But about the same as the second male. And still very much a red to his coat, but I would probably within this litter classify him as a light red or an apricot. About the same look, doesn't he? Rosie sure made a pretty uniform set. All a little bit different on their paws, all a little bit different on their chests, but just a really nice litter of puppies here she's had for us. This guy, I would say, is probably, he's the first to do a lot of stuff. He's the first to try and bark, the first to try a few different things. But it has not equated to him seeming to be at all a, I don't know, overbearing puppy or a pushy puppy at all. I just trimmed his nails and I lay him on his back to do his back feet and he about fell asleep. So But just an interesting little tidbit about him. He's kind of the first to do things. So there he is. Okay. And with that, there are the 6 puppies of Rosie and Red Ryder. The first litter they've had together, and we have so anxiously awaited this litter, and I know some of you have also, and they did not disappoint. So, okay. I will get this video up. I will send these families their email directions on selection. There is a possibility that we will have a puppy available from this litter. We'll see how things go. But if you're watching this and you're interested, let me know. I know I have one family that is for sure wants to jump in if it's a female that's available, but I'm actually guessing it's going to be a male. So we'll see how things go and get this video up. All right, have a good day.